What's up, everybody? Josh Carr here with Keller Williams Elite in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and you stumbled on this video because you're looking to buy a home in Lancaster, PA. Well, first of all, round of applause. Whether this is your first home or 100th home, this is super exciting. Secondly, do me a favor and just take a deep breath. It can be super stressful to buy a home, but that's why I made this video showing you 5 steps to buy a home in Lancaster, PA. Before we get into it, if you have any questions about anything we talked about or any other questions, feel free to contact me at my number right here, and I would love to answer any questions you have. Well, you're looking for a home and you're doing what 97% of homeowners do, and you're starting your search online. But now you're getting super serious. So what's the next step? Well, truthfully, the next step is one of the easiest ones you can take, and that is to simply get access to the local MLS system. Now you might be saying, Josh, I'm looking at Zillow, I'm looking at Realtor.com, I'm already seeing these houses. While those are great sites, and I use them to look stuff up quickly sometimes too, they're just not as accurate as our actual local MLS. The MLS is where agents go and list the homes that they have for sale online so that other agents can see this and send them to their buyers. And seriously, like I said, this is one of the easiest steps. All you gotta do is ask an agent for access to this MLS system. So let's say you wanted to work with me and you'd send me a text or give me a call and you'd say, Josh, I want to see homes for sale in this school district with 4+ bedrooms and under $500,000. Well, I would go into my system and I'd create a personal search portal for you that every house that meets that criteria that you give me gets sent directly to your email, and you don't even have to get online and look for them. This makes this part of the home search process super automated. I seriously mean it. Every home that comes for sale that matches the criteria that you give comes straight to your email. This means no more taking screenshots, writing down addresses, losing out on homes. This is getting serious. Step number 2, in my experience, is definitely what people are most scared to do, and that is simply get pre-approved. If you've ever read anything online or watched a video about buying a house, you've heard get pre-approved. Getting pre-approved is one of the most important steps, and it also sets you up to be able to buy the home. I was just talking with one of my first-time home buyers the other day, and they were saying that they weren't ready to get pre-approved yet, but they wanted to start looking at houses. Me and this first-time home buyer, we had to just have a little bit of a conversation because I'm okay to go see houses with you, but we know that you can't make an offer until you're pre-approved. So I know you get it. Getting pre-approved is super important, but what's also important is getting pre-approved with a local lender. You see, there's all kinds of places you can get pre-approved, and there's a lot of internet sources to do it. But when I'm on the selling side of things, nothing makes me more comfortable with a buyer than seeing the name of a lender that I already have saved in my contacts. Now, I'm not saying if you're already pre-approved and you really just want to stick with this lender that you can't, but there's a lot of advantages to using a local lender. A few of those advantages are the relationships they've already built, they know the local market, and you can just drive to their office if they're not picking the phone up. So step 2, getting pre-approved is important, but getting pre-approved with a local lender is super important. If you want to know a few of the local lenders in Lancaster, Pennsylvania that I like to use, get a hold of me and I'll get that list to you. So you have access to the MLS, you're seeing the homes that are for sale, you've got the pre-approval. Step 3 is actually starting to see the homes. I know, it's another simple tip. You got to actually see the homes before you buy them. It's simple because when done right, buying a home is not that complicated. So now you're starting to see the homes in person, or if you're out of state, virtually. Now, I was actually having a conversation today with an out-of-state buyer on how we actually do virtual showings. Well, it's actually pretty simple. We'll do a live video conference and walk around the home, and I'll let my phone be your eyes. You tell me where you want to look, and you tell me what you want to see. While we're doing that, I'm also pointing out some things that I notice about the property. Things like smell, parking, size, the kind of stuff you worry about if you're buying a home. Once we're done with the video conference, I run through and I take a video of the house and I send that to you so you can play it back and really pay attention to different things. And if we're seeing the property in person, it's not much different. It's just your eyes are now your eyes. And I don't have to try to describe the smell. You could just smell it for yourself and tell me if it's a bad smell. But you really should take a look at the property before buying it and really try to picture yourself there and see if it's the right fit for you. We can see as many or as little homes as you want, and when we find the right one, it brings us to our next step, which is putting in an offer. Now, I could take the rest of this video and talk forever about putting in an offer, about the contract, different contingencies, different ways to make your offer stand out among others. But I'm trying to keep this video pretty short, so if you want to know more about that, give me a call and we can talk about what it looks like to actually put an offer in. So you put your offer in, is it accepted or is it rejected? Well, let's just say this was a super hot property. There was multiple offers on it. It got a cash one and yours was rejected. We just go back to step 3. It's not the end of the world and we get to go look at more homes. If it was accepted and the seller signed the contract and sent it back, we're officially under contract. Now, the typical time spent under contract is 30 to 45 days from when it's signed to when you get to sign again to actually buy the home. During this time, the lender is going to be requesting different paperwork from you. If we got inspections, we're going to be doing the inspections, negotiating anything that we found from the inspections, and continuing on. A couple days out, I'll give you a call, tell you to switch over your utilities. Then, finally, moves us to step 5. And step 5 is where you get the keys to your own Lancaster, PA home. This is where all the excitement is. You've been searching online, you've been searching in person, you've been putting in offers. Finally, you got your home. If you got a mortgage on your home, you're going to be closing with a title insurance company. This title insurance company is going to run some checks on the home and make sure that there's no liens against it and that it's free and clear to become your home. In my experience, you got to have about 45 minutes to an hour and a half time to sign everything. And like I said, after that, you get the keys to your own home and you are now the homeowner of your new home. Or if it's a super old home, it's still kind of like your new home. I hope this was a helpful list. If you have any other questions, get a hold of me and I'd love to either help you buy or sell a home in Lancaster, PA.